Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time.
Call the show!
Say it to me now.
1-844 Tom and Dan.
All right.
1-844 Tom and Dan.
Say it again now.
1-844 Tom and Dan.
Again, fucking now.
1-844 Tom and Dan.
Let's take some calls.
All right. We've got a caller on line one, Ryan. What say you, Ryan?
I've got three things. I've got a question, a confession, and a story. Which one do you want to hear first?
No.
Oh, I thought you wanted to guess one of those 6 things, but I got scared for a second. Okay.
Can we do that? That's a good idea.
We can do that. We can do that. I don't think
Do
that's
they still
copywritten.
do that?
That's not copywritten, and neither is Earth Day Birthday. I'm bringing that back,
Do they
too.
still do it, or do they stop doing it? If
I
they
think
stop
they stopped
doing
doing it.
then we can take it, right?
I can send Russ an email and say, hey, do you still do 6 things? Because I am out of stuff.
Hey, I hadn't talked to the guy in 10 years. I'm like, hey, I'll text him. I'm like, hey, can we do this?
He probably go like, hey, can't do it. Yeah, I don't care.
It's weird that you haven't texted me in 10 years, and there's one thing I'm like, hey,
Well, I'm business only. I'm only business.
too lazy. Wait till you hear the other story of my life.
I got kids now, dude. I got kids. Oh, sorry.
So let's hear the confession first.
Okay, this is the worst of the three. In 2011, I messaged Tom on Facebook about fixing my credit. He gave me the number of someone named EJ or CJ, but I never called him. I just did it myself, and I'm sorry I wasted your time.
Oh, that thing worked. I remember when you were doing that. This is like, because to me, a lot of the listeners don't know this, but there are 2 Toms to me. There's the Old Testament Tom and the New Testament Tom. And the Old Testament Tom, man, you were smoking. You'd wear hats all the time. You're smoking in bed. You lived in a heroin alley. The termites are going to fly out of the wall, right? You know this guy.
25.
Yeah, but you were like, your credit is horrible. You're disgusting. Your teeth are gross. Everything about you is just a vile.
Oh, my teeth. How dare you?
Remember, you had a line on your teeth, and Bubba used to make fun of it all the time. And then you went to my dentist, and he was like, I got it. And it was gone in like 5 seconds.
I was mad that that's all it took.
Yeah, it was nothing. It wasn't even
I lived like that for so long. I was embarrassed by it.
And Bubba was Bubba, when you would make Bubba really mad, like, take his pain pills or something, he would really fight with you. Because he's emotional, right? Emotional people want to hurt you.
I was like, goddamn, old man, you brought up my poor-ass teeth.
He would try to hurt you. He'd be like, look at your goddamn rotten ass teeth. And I'd be like, oh.
It was just like a line that I don't even know how it got
looked
there.
like a crack. It was not a cracked tooth. It was fine. You have great teeth.
I don't know why that line was there, but the dentist just shaved it off. He's like, that's it. And I was like, oh, it was 2 seconds? I'm like, this old man's been making fun of me for years.
Where was this? Okay, so that was Old Testament Tom. But then somewhere along the line, he got good haircut. He's running all the time. He's fitness. He's eating good. He got to do his routines. He's all about grit and making his sons like good human beings.
Old Testament Tom's way of fire and brimstone.
Yeah, Old Testament Tom is fun as hell. New Testament Tom is,
had certain views
New
against
Testament
certain.
Tom, I'll say it, little gay, little gay.
So I told you how to fix your credit, and you just did it yourself. How'd you do it yourself? You just did the thing. You write the letters.
Yeah, you just write the letters, and they take care of it. It was easy. It took all of an afternoon.
Hold on.
I like the idea of getting out of.
I paid like $800-900 for that. I think it was like $1,400.
Yeah, but let's be honest. You've never written a letter.
That is true. How do you know what exact verbiage to use in the letters to do the shim sham?
Yeah, you got to know all the big words.
You can Google some templates.
All right.
It's on the Google.
Well, I told you that before I was even knowledgeable about Google.
This was Old Testament Tom. This is the end of Old Testament Tom.
I didn't even know what was on the internet. I thought it was like a bunch of.
You knew what was on the internet.
Well, I thought that was the only thing of value. So what was the other 2 things?
I got a question and a story.
All right. What's the question?
Do you think Vivid Entertainment will re-release Gulf of Mexico as Gulf of America?
They should.
That's an excellent question. You can rebrand a lot of things now. I did see the new shirt that rolled out because one of the listeners. Okay, all of our listeners are such Weisenheimers that I am signed up for every I get libertarian, all Democratic, all conservative. I get every senator in the U.S. I'm signed up on their mailing list. I get everything. I get it all. And there is a commemorative shirt you can get now of an eagle wearing Trump hair, and it says, "Welcome to the Gulf of America." And I almost want to buy it. I kind of do, just because that collector's item part of me that was in my father, because we come from a long line of trash, thought that I should buy one and just tuck it away for when Maisie needs some extra money for her college education. Will not be a thing anymore.
I do like when people get ultra mad at it because it's so stupid. Yeah. People are like, "How, Uncle?" You remember?
Yeah.
Hey, it's a little funny, right? You gotta find the funny. Anyway, so what's the story, sir?
It's actually a dream I had. I had to save the story so he wouldn't hang up on me.
Okay, I like that.
You
tricked him.
Hold
I
on.
like that.
You know I hate dreams.
Yeah, but he also knows if he gets this far into the call that I'm going to let him go.
Right.
You have the floor, sir.
I had a dream. Dan and I were watching wrestling, and then I showed him the subreddit for girls with small boobs and big asses. And then Tom came home from his job repairing VCRs and started chain smoking. We all lived together.
That actually might be just what we're going to do in a couple years. You never know.
And, sir, that's called a pog.
AWG.
Yeah. Which I learned what that meant from my buddy Dre.
I was going to say, your Spanish friends tell you that. Yeah.
When I've always saw it on the videos.
I didn't want to call him out by name, and you know what? You did that on purpose as a little bit of a flex. I was not going to say that man's name.
Yeah. I didn't know. I saw
you
Pog.
You knew you liked it. You just didn't know what it was.
Yeah. I didn't know what it stood for.
Yeah. It's kind of like me and sushi. It's like the flavors. I love them, but what is this called?
Yeah. So now me and my buddy Dre, we have this inside Pog joke that we.
You want to play Pog?
We're like, there's a Pog over there.
Yeah.
We like saying Pog a lot.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, stands for fat ass white girl.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey to you, sir. Thank you for participating in live calls.
Right.
This live call thing is going good, right? So far, so
pretty
good.
Yeah, good content.
1-844-TOMNDAN. That is the number to call if you want, and we can answer your questions. We can assist you if you have relationship problems.
We can solve your credit issues.
We can solve your credit issues. Parenting, I always like to throw that one out there. We have another call.
Relationship advice.
Let's go to the phones. Thank you for calling Tom and Dan Live Call Thursdays. Who's this?
Oh, it's Chart and Randy.
Chart and Randy, one of my favorite people who does a lot of good. Good to talk to you, sir. What's on your mind?
Well, I've got a new scientific theory I want to propose here. You know, the Dunning-Kruger effect, the Mandela effect. I think we need to really get on board with the Van Dennis effect.
Okay.
When you create so much content and the magnet starts pulling, because this stuff happens a lot for y'all. And I think it's real.
Okay, well what would be the effect?
What's interesting is...
And we talk about the same thing every couple of years.
That's what I was going to say. As a small, tiny skeptic, I would just say that we're just not that interested. But I'm willing to listen to your theory.
Have you ever talked to your old man uncle? He says the same as every Thanksgiving.
But it's funnier because it is racist.
And he forgets he's already told you the same story, and then he tells you again.
He'll change a few details.
We're doing the old uncle.
Well, hey, man, I'm just trying to get y'all in the book. So if you don't want it, I don't care. We can go back to, I don't know, can I introduce a song on the Hot 9 at 9?
You can, if you would like to. What are you listening to these days, Randy?
Snaps, Rhythm is a Dancer.
That's a great tune. That is. I'll go with it. All right, so go ahead.
Oh. All right, the number 8 song of tonight's Hot 9 at 9 is Rhythm is the Dancer by Snap.
All right. Randy, how's work going?
Well, I am sitting here talking to y'all right now, but, things are pretty good. Just trying to help people.
Yeah, Randy, for those that don't know, Randy helps get people to not be like Tom and I are, which is alcoholics. Yeah, he does good work he helps people out that need,
So me and Daniel,
when it's got a grip on them.
We've,
Would you help me if I'm addicted to masturbation?
How do you know if you're addicted to that?
Oh, you know.
Because Steve-O one time he's like, I was addicted to that.
Man, he's addicted to fame. He just likes saying he's got all the things wrong with him.
And then
I'm beginning to hate that guy.
What is a sex addiction by the book? You thinking about it all the time? Because I mean, that's all men, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit out of my lane, but I would imagine, there.
See, I'm a sex addict. Everything's in my lane. I want it all in my lane. Yeah, every lane is my lane.
Yeah, because that's like if you just crave looking at pornography all the time. Is that like I thought that everybody did that. I thought that was natural.
I thought really does it affect other parts of your life? Can you go to breakdancing with your son, or are you locked into?
Well, he does. He looks at the pornography in the truck while his son is breakdancing. I mean, you're an idiot if you don't know that, Randy.
Hey, that's fine, right?
Yeah, it's like me. When I get here, I answer one email, one pornography video. Then I answer another email.
You're a functional sex addict. It should be monitored, but you don't need to take action.
Okay, yeah, I like that. I am trying to cut back a little bit on the wanking.
Yeah, but
that's British.
Isn't that just natural? I imagine that we're all just animals, and you see how horny animals are. You go to the zoo.
Well, I like the way they do it because they'll just, they're just they'll pull their pants down in the middle of a Walmart, and just
that's what I'm saying. Would it be considered natural being a sex addict? Because you're just that's what you want to do as an animal.
The most natural would be pulling your pants down in a Walmart, right? It's the shame that we throw on top of it and stopping that's truly unnatural.
There you go.
Randy, I'm sorry. I'm sorry we pulled you into this, buddy. We got another call. Here, we got another. All right. If you're still there, thank you for calling Live Call Thursdays with Tom and Dan. Who's this?
Is this me?
Yeah.
Oh, the murderer's on the line. Murderer, yes, sir. It's you. You have the line.
Hey. Oh, okay. So maybe you can answer a couple. What show is this? What show is this?
Yeah, turn your radio down. But I love it. Turn your radio down, please. Yes, sir. Thank
I think it's on a radio.
What show?
You're listening to.
This will be broadcast.
This is the Midday Monsters of News Junkies.
You can't curse. You can't curse, sir.
Is this a corporate time?
Let me put you. Hold on. Let me put you on hold. The phone screener will be with you in one time, please. Hold on. All right, please hold. Thank you for calling. Yeah, we do have another one. Thank you for calling Live Call Thursdays with Tom and Dan. Who's this?
This is Ryan, and I have three things to talk about: a confession, a question, and a story.
Okay. Now we got our thing.
Is that what we're doing now?
Yeah.
Is that the thing now? Is it called Three Things? It's Tom and Dan's Three Things. I have a feeling we're going to get a letter about that.
I want to hear your confession first.
Okay, this is the worst one. So I reached out to Tom in 2011 to fix my credit. And he gave me some guy's name TJ, and I never did anything about it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Just play along because there's some free people out.
They're like, oh, it's the marijuana. What's the other whatever?
My question.
Yes.
Do you think that Vivid Entertainment will re-release Gulp of Mexico as Gulp of America?
Let's talk about, I am going to end your bit because even Tom and I got bored of it. But hold on, let's go back to our other callers.
Oh, yeah.
Sir, are you still on the line?
Yeah. Is this a corporate time?
Yeah, you're on a corporate time. You have the floor. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Great. I got a question for a corporate time. If maybe you can help me out. I have some questions about operational aspects and shareholder agreements and compliance requirements. And I'm considering forming a new business. What structure would you recommend? A C corp, a S corp, or a LLC that would be most beneficial for my situation based on anticipated growth or
what type of business?
Liabilities?
What type of business are you doing? What type of business is it?
All right. Come on, man. That's the end of the joke. I got nothing. Bye-bye.
I was going to help you out. See?
Yeah.
I won that one.
So what I've learned...
You got to keep going. You got to be able to power through on that.
Is, and this is
I was
tax
give
law,
him an
by
answer,
the way.
too. I was going to try to give him an answer. I did just do our PCI compliance for all of our, internet commerce. So I did all of that. A 42-page self-quiz.
So... And some professional CPA may be able to disprove this in some way, but I was told that if you have an S corp, you could pay yourself in shareholder distributions And the only regulation by the government is it's got to be a reasonable amount.
Right.
And there's no actual definition of what reasonable is.
Which is why we drain the coffins.
And then, so it allows you to pay yourself what you deem as reasonable. And I don't know how they deem it would be unreasonable, because I could say any amount is reasonable,
Yeah.
right? I don't know. And so
That's so not my world that you can do that to me, right? Like you can like literally anything. I'd be like, that's fine.
Yeah. And so look that up and then talk to a professional.
Yep.
Anyway, all right. I think we did pretty
Not
good.
bad. Yeah, that was pretty good.
I got 3 pretty good
I'm
callers.
digging the. Pardon me. I am digging Live Call Thursday, and we will be doing this every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You know, we're based in Orlando, obviously. Most of you are local.
Yeah.
So you could just set an alarm for like 12:50. We'll be on Twitch. We'll be on YouTube.
Yeah,
And if
yeah.
you want to call in, because it is part of live radio that seemed to have died a long time ago, and it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it is fun talking to people live.
Yeah, just tell us what or if you do have a question or relationship advice or something going wrong, yeah, we'll help you out.
But it also does remind me that a lot of the callers complete waste of time.
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of dumb people out there.
Notice I think they want to do some jokes or like oh my.
Well, they don't think it out.
It's like I'm gonna call.
Yeah.
And then like, I hear myself.
And then they get that. I mean, do you remember what it felt like when it was ringing and you're like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, you know?
Oh,
and then, like, I used to get like that even when
yeah.
I do a call into like Jim Phillips or something.
No, me too. Like
I'd lose my mind.
I called into Jim Phillips a couple times in my career.
Because you wanted to be considered smart.
No. I was already on the morning show. I think for years, for like 8 years, and then I remember calling.
Every once in a while, he'd have like us idiots call in.
And then I remember I did my 1 minute of comedy on Jim Phillips one time or something like that.
Yeah.
And I remember being so nervous and then it was weird because I'm on the station. Why the hell am I nervous? But I listened to Jim Phillips before, so I was like, oh, this is professional.
Yeah.
What I'm doing is a clown
it was
show.
all fake. It was all a nothing. It's literally a blip in time. You know?
No.
I think about it now.
But I was
like,
waiting, and then I got to do a good job.
I think about it now, and I'm like, I'm as good as anybody. Better. I'm like, oh, whatever.
Yeah, but that's why it drove me crazy when people would forget that they would schedule an interview with them, and they'd be like, oh, I didn't remember. Like, you weren't thinking about it since the time you got you're like, hey, you're going to call Wednesday at 3. How you doing, sir? What's your name?
Whoop. Hello, is this Tommy's van?
Yeah, that was really good.
You did a really good whoop.
Yeah, we got one more.
Okay.
Have your say. Your last caller of the day.
Hey, it's T-shirt Rick here.
Hey! So Rick has been trying to get me and you a couple of T-shirts, and he printed them himself, and he sent them, I want to say, like a month ago, and the post office has been telling me they're not there and then telling him that they are there for like a month. And I go there and I look for them and they're not there. And then I get back here to the office and I write him an email. I'm like, they're not there, buddy. And he writes me an email back and he's like, I just got off the phone with Javier. He said they're there. So, yeah. So what's the latest, Rick?
So, yeah, the latest is still, I got your email today, and it, they're saying the same thing. They put a slip in your box. And they're supposedly there, but originally I guess they had fell behind a shelf, so they said. I mailed these out. I mailed these out December 27th. That's how long this has been going on.
We were working on this event.
Got 2 shirts.
Yeah.
Hold on, they put the mail on shelves that they easily just
it just
fall.
It fell behind there. Yeah.
Like
And it was crazy because nothing had happened. Everything was fine until I filed my claim, and I told them that the value was $95.
They found him then.
And then all of a sudden, well, here they are. So, it was...
Imagine if your January 6th pardon fell behind those shelves. Oh, my God, what do you do?
How does that work?
Yeah.
I'm surprised by the amount of mail that isn't lost.
Yeah.
Based on the system.
No, there's way more lost. You don't think about it.
Okay, you just never...
Yeah, you just never think about it.
All
right, man.
Well, Rick, what shirts are they?
Well, and now they're not nowhere near as good. I thought they were cool. I thought they was cool as heck when I first did them, but they're just TND Media 159. Thank you, Kelly Miller.
Yeah. They're,
So,
they're,
you
they're
What
pretty-
a strike with the irons hot.
yeah, I like it. Yeah. And then on the sleeve it says Monica Lewinsky.
That was 15
Yeah,
years
yeah.
And
ago.
now I
sir.
think there's something to it because ever since I did that, now y'all haven't got the shirts yet. So I think something else is involved here.
I
gotcha.
knew it. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yep, I knew it. Yep.
Yeah,
Collusion.
Anyway, thank you guys. Man, so hopefully they're in there now, Dan.
All right, I'll go look today, my friend. You have my word, and I'll see you on email. All right.
All right, y'all have a good one.
All right, man. You too, man.
Well,
Okay.
that was a pretty good
Yeah.
call in Thursday.
That was us. We solved some problems. Yeah, got it all done. All right, guys. We will see you next time.